So last night, I was uploading this video. I think there's a siren going off. I don't know. But last night I was uploading this video. And right when I upload it, there's this car honking outside. And I look at the time. I just glance up at the time on my phone. And it says 123. And things like this are always happening. Where it's like they're impulsing. Like I just looked at the time on here and it says 111 on the live. Just like that. I don't know. But things like that are always happening though, where they'll implant, it seems like they're implanting thoughts in my head, or like implanting like suggestions in my head or whatever. Like I just got out of bed the other night and I go up and look at my phone and it says 11:11. It's like they implant the thought in my head to get up at that moment and go look at my phone. Like things like this are always happening. Or like I'll be watching a video and it'll end at 11:13, like A113, or like 1234, or like 10:33, or stuff like that. And so last night I uploaded this video, and right when I finished uploading it, there's a car honking outside and just going crazy with their horn. Just like honk, 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 honk. And I look at the time and it's 123. This is happening multiple times every day. Things like this. It's like some type of V2K or whatever. But I don't get V2K though. Like I don't get voices in my head. But like, yeah, like gang stalking simulation was talking about it on one of his last videos too. How it's like a lower level of V2K. I think so too, because it happens all the time. And then I've been getting hit with frequencies lately a lot. They're like really intense, like more intense than usual. It feels like it's like going, it feels like it's like fucking on my brain waves. But I don't know, man. Shit's weird. really need help. If anyone can help, because I can't find a job anywhere. I had a job, and then I got another job, and then I quit my other job because like they said they were gonna hire me at this other job, so I quit my other job. And I was supposed to go and start my training at that job. But then it was cold all of a sudden. Like, it was warm outside, but then it was cold all of a sudden. I didn't realize it was gonna be cold. So I told him, like, yeah, I'll be there at 7 a.m. like a couple days before. And then the day before, I called him. I was like, I didn't realize it was gonna be freezing cold. I can't get a ride. Can I come in later in the day? And she's like, I'll call you. So she made it sound like it was fine. She's like, I'll call you. The next day, she didn't call me, so I called in, and she's like, if you don't have a reliable ride, this isn't going to work out. So we can't hire you. I'm like, but you said you were going to call me yesterday. What happened? Why is it a problem all of a sudden? She's like, well, I'm not going to argue with you. So have a nice day. And she hangs up on me. So I call her back. I'm like, what the fuck? You said you were going to call me yesterday. Why is it a problem all of a sudden? She's like, I'm not going to argue with you. And she hangs up on me again. So since then, I haven't been able to find a job. Spent all my tax returns now. I don't have any money now. I'm almost out of food. I got half a bottle of water left. I need help. And then, like, I've been applying at other places, and I need help. Like, really. Yesterday, I was sitting in my chair, and I walk up to the window, and there's nothing out there. And I just stand here for a second. Like 10 seconds later, all these people come out. Like, it's like 2 cars in the distance come out, and then they sync up with like 5 cars driving out, and like people walking out just all at once. And then I saw this guy walking a dog that had like a camo shirt on the dog. I don't know. He wasn't, he was kind of by the bank corner when I walked by him, but he wasn't right there at it. But it's just like, maybe he was a stalker or not, but I don't know. This is how they got my mind, is like, just assume it's a stalker just because he's got a camo shirt on. But it probably was. My neighbor just blew his nose. My water heater just turned on synced a minute ago. My other neighbor was making tapping sounds when I started the live. There was somebody walking in the hall when I started the live. Or like before that or whatever. The AC outside my apartment just turned on when I walked through that doorway. There's somebody walking around right now when I walk up over to this side of the room. The AC outside my apartment just turned off when I took a drink of tea. Somebody else is making noise right now. What else? I don't know. There's been a lot of videos lately of people walking out of doors right next to me. It's just always happening, coincidentally. And a lot of the time they'll have a red shirt too. A lot of the recent videos, they're walking out of a door right next to me with a red shirt. And then the one video, the girl comes out of a door next to me twice. The same one. And then I saw her the next day on a video coming out of a door next to me. But she didn't have a red shirt that day. But she did the first day. And she came out of a door next to me. And then I go into HealthWorks. And then I come back out. And she's coming out of another door right next to me. And right next to me, like at a 90-degree angle. It's not like I'm like, oh, she's coming out of the door like a little bit before I walk up to it. No, it's right next to me. Both times. And then again the next day, the same person. And then another girl got out of a car next to me and then got back in it next to me when I walked back up the street the other way. My refrigerator's got louder synced right now. And then there's a video I recorded yesterday where the cop is backing up right next to me, and the train is coming out in front of me, and the guy with the red shirt is walking out of a door next to me. And there's stalkers driving around, of course. It's a tan and white car right now. And then here goes the telelift. and it's driving up to the intersection. It didn't sink. I don't think. They got someone working there that's not a stalker, finally. That was the first telelift I've ever seen, though, that didn't look synced. It might have synced with something, I don't know, but it didn't look synced, though. That was good. But yeah, I'm trying to stay positive and trying to stay calm and shit, but like, I really need help. Part of me wishes I never moved back to this fucking town, but I did expose 14 chomos here, so I guess it was meant to be for that reason at least. Part of me wishes I would have stayed in Colorado, because, whatever. This town is fucking joke. And I'm just stuck at the moment. Just completely stuck. I don't have a car, and I don't have money, and I don't have a job. And there are no jobs. I've applied for all the jobs to apply for. There's none left. I need help. This bird just flew over the intersection and a car drove through it at the same time. There's no cars out here right now, and it's just one car right as a bird flies over it. And these other birds are flying over as this other car is driving by. And it has one light. And then these other cars are coming behind it, and they're probably stalkers. And it's a white car. It was a whitey in another car, and then a black car, and it synced with the one light car too. And then a whitey synced with that car. And then my neighbor is tapping through the walls right now. And then the whitey synced with the whitey. Here they go. Oh, now there's no more cars again. Oh, here comes a car. I went to the library yesterday, and there's this mom and her son, and they like walked in front of me synced when I was like walking up to check out, and then as I'm walking out the door, they're like walking up to each other right next to me. It's just the normal thing to stalk with your children. I just can't get over that. How that's just what everyone does. Here's two whiteys in a silver car. And at least one of them probably had their children in the car with them. They're like, look over there. He's looking out the window at us. Oh, and then yesterday's video, there's a boy yelling out the window of his house at me. And he could have just been like, I don't know if he was a stalker or if he's just being a kid, you know? This is like this 10-year-old kid in the window, and the window's open, and he's just like yelling at me when I walk by. He's like, ah! And like laughing and stuff. I don't know, he's probably a stalker, but could just be being a kid, you know? I don't know. This white car is pulled up and parked with another whitey driving out. Do I get hit heavier on the weekends? Yeah. Well, at nighttime especially, yeah. Like, it'll be pretty quiet at night during the weekdays for the most part. But on the weekends, they'll have like loud trucks and like people outside yelling and stuff. Yeah, there's two chomos that live in my apartment, and they're both gang stalkers. And then they're making slamming noises in this white van that just pulled up and parked next to me, synced with cars driving by on the street. Your whole block is? Damn. Oh, your whole block is stalkers? I thought you meant your whole block is chomos. Yup. The heater on my wall just clicked when I walked by it. Ooh. My water heater is sinking right now. This is non-stop, bro. Take a break, gang stalkers. Damn. There's a whitey right now driving through the intersection right when I walk up. The sky is full of chemtrail clouds, and it'd probably be 80 degrees today if it wasn't. They didn't spray it up yesterday. The chemtrails on that video yesterday were crazy, right? Just across the whole sky, like. It seems like they've gotten bigger, like they didn't used to be as big, like 10 years ago or whatever. It seems like the chemtrails are like bigger now. What else was I gonna say? I don't know. I try not to be like yelling at the gang stalkers and shit and like reacting like that, but like sometimes, man, it just gets to me, especially since I can't find a fucking job. If I was making money, I would be a lot happier right now. It's just all these people poking at me all day, pestering me. So it just makes me a little angry. I just gotta let out my anger sometimes. I mean, even when I am making money, but like, if I was making money though, like, it's easier to just like ignore them. Think about getting out of the country. I don't know where I would go. I don't know. Definitely want to get out of this town. I know that. My refrigerator just turned off. Was it synced again? Probably. Synced with me stopping talking or something. Ugh. But yeah, sometimes I just be yelling at him like that video where I was like, the government doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, if there's any brain cells left in their head, then I'm gonna make them second guess themselves, maybe. And be like, maybe I should quit. Cause he's right. The government doesn't give a fuck about me. But I don't know, man. Shit's retarded. This world's a fucking joke. And then, I'm gonna get off of here. There's stalkers driving around outside as usual. I'm just gonna keep doing it, you know. And they're just gonna keep getting away with it, cause the world's fucked. They could at least let me get a job though. You can't stalk me anymore if I'm dead. You don't want to stalk me some more and get some more gift cards? The fuck? At least let me make some money so you can stalk me some more. Doesn't that make sense? Like when you want me to get a job so you can stalk me at it? Come on, I'm trying to help you stalkers out. If I'm dead, then you don't got nobody to stalk anymore. You gotta move somewhere else and stalk. Because as far as I can tell, I'm the only one being stalked around here. Maybe, I don't know. But every time I hear a siren, though, it's stalking me. So it seems like I'm the only one out here. All Big Macs to eat. Yo, it's snowing right now. The fuck? Here goes a loud white truck. Is he gonna stalk? He stalked. And then this car that it synced with is just driving like 2 miles an hour. And it's a black car, and then he finally syncs with a silver car. That when he gets to the other side, oh, he's coming back around, synced with the silver car going around the other corner, and he's driving faster now. It's like the silver car was lagging behind, so we had to drive really slow to sync with it or something. Or just drive really slow to get my attention. Like, we're about to stalk you. Look at this car. They don't get much from it, then why would they do it? Doesn't seem worth it. I've been hearing a lot of birds chirping sync too lately. Like yesterday, I got up. There was like it was quiet outside, and then I like right when I sit down, I just hear this bird outside. It's like, and then it didn't do it after that. It just did it right there when I sat down. And then there's a lot of them on whatever video the other day. You can hear them on the video. And then, like I said, there was a synced woodpecker the other day as I was crossing the street, and then as I crossed another street. And then the one night there was a synced cat meowing. I think when I got up to the street, this cat was meowing, and then it didn't meow after that. But I always hear synced dogs barking though, like every time I go outside, pretty much, especially at night. I always hear that. And I always see birds synced like all day. There's these two black cars driving out, and they're synced. And there's a silver car with them. And then my neighbor coughed right when I drove around the corner. Yeah, they can't get out of it. Yeah. Some of them do look miserable. Some of them don't. They think it's hilarious. But then some of those ones will look miserable later, like my coworkers. They'll like they'll be like a new employee, and at first they'll be like laughing and shit, and then like a couple weeks later they'll look miserable. So yeah, I think so too. But and you know, like I try to be like nice to the ones that look miserable, but then at the same time they piss me off too. They all piss me off. And sometimes I just get really pissed off at all of them, and I'm just like, leave me the fuck alone, bro. But what's gonna happen if they quit? Do they like kill them or something? Like why? Like why can't they quit? They become targeted. Well, I would rather be targeted than be a gang stalker, personally. I don't like being targeted, but I would rather be targeted than have to put on a red shirt and walk around synchronized. At least I don't have to do that. And if they all quit, then there's power in numbers. I don't get why you'd wanna. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. But I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day.